We earn money, save money and buy things. Living beyond the economic cycle is impossible. What trends are dictated by world markets and how does it affect consumers? Watch it in People and Economy. In this episode you will know what challenges do logistics companies of Kazakhstan face? What is Kazakhstan's advantage from the point of view of the development of transportation and logistics services? And what are the global factors affecting the development of this economy sector? Transportation and logistics services are an activity aimed at organization, management and optimization of goods traffic from the source of raw materials to the final consumer. The civilized market of logistics services consists of cargo transportation and logistics management.
Логистика у нас в учебниках, по крайней мере, пишется, что это управление цепями поставок, да.
According to textbooks, logistics is a management of supply chains. Logistics can be divided into as many segments as we want, but the main ones are transport logistics, warehouse logistics, supply logistics, distribution logistics, and so on.
Логистика снабжения, логистика, опять же, управление запасами, да, логистика распределения.
Experts estimate the share of logistics in the global market at $4 trillion. This is 10% of the world GDP. Notably, the US accounts for more than 40% of the world cargo turnover. Nowadays, logistics is not only the calculation of the shortest route from the point A to the point B. It plays a special part in economic activity management. Indeed, modern enterprises need to have a single supply, production and sales system.
Логистика модернизируется, и в чистом виде сейчас там железная.
Logistics is being updated. Currently, only railroad transportation and warehouse services are insufficient for business. In other words, business is rapidly developing and needs complete logistics solutions.
К этому времени, да, то есть бизнес ускоряется, ему нужно готовое решение логистическое.
The times when people found solutions by means of a telephone, relatives, and by the word of mouth became the thing of the past. Rustam Tajiyakov has been working in the field of logistics for more than 5 years. He's a professional and a graduate of Shanghai University with the same specialization.
У нас вообще логистика под ключ. Это от А до Я.
We have logistics on a turnkey basis. We offer all types of logistics services, including cargo insurance, broker services, customs clearance, warehousing services, and all kinds of transportation services, in particular cargo transportation by air, by road, and railroad. Logistics is not only transportation of cargoes. It also implies filling documents and invoices, cargo insurance, as well as brokers, transportation and customs services. This is a very large field, and it is difficult to describe it if you are not competent in it.
Понимает, видит и четко выполняет.
The specifics of Epilog Company is that it offers customers and freight forwarders a simplified mode of communication. It allows to specify all the parameters of any cargo transportation during its introduction into the route system.
Одним кликом мыши вы можете уже...
By means of one mouse click, you will be able to see all the companies which provide such services. Among them are companies from Kazakhstan, CIS countries, China and Europe. These companies will conclude agreements with our platform. Then we shall provide all our clients with the list of all the companies which want or are capable of carrying a particular cargo. You register on our website, create your personal account. After a logistics operation, you will have a chance to estimate each transportation company. Their rating will depend on that. For example, our clients will know that 4 points mean that it is a good company and 1 point will be associated with a low-rating company.
Если у того 1 балл, он плохой.
To cope with the challenges of the today's logistics, Rustam's company created a special application allowing all its clients to see and evaluate various schemes of transportation of their cargoes and subsequently control their movement online and conduct a general monitoring of the goods transportation.
У нас все по договору, все по Мы не берем большие...
In our firm, everything is based on agreements and interests. We do not charge from our clients a commission more than we need. We want this business to work, and companies increase the number of their clients. We want to facilitate the development of logistics in Kazakhstan, in particular in the field of IT.
Узбекистан, Кыргызстан, они уже давно в этой системе.
Large distances imply major spending of time and money. In the meanwhile, mistakes in transition of cargoes can be fatal for any kind of enterprises, including major companies. However, nowadays the improvement of transportation and logistics services is a harsh necessity because entrepreneurs from Kazakhstan are extensively developing their business in different regions of the country and are not ready for high logistical costs. And these are Kazakhstani logistics companies which solve this problem by means of cost saving and increasing the cargo delivery speed.
Когда логистика выстраивается более ровно для компаний-производителей, для компаний-покупателей, дистрибьюторов, они могут планировать.
When logistics becomes more sustainable for manufacturing and purchasing companies, as well as for distributors, they can plan their budget and logistical costs, which is a very important point. And when it becomes fundamental, it neither varies from season to season nor depends on fuel prices nor currency rate. We can say that it is protected from all sides. It does not react sharply on external economic factors. Therefore, logistics should be protected against all these factors.
На изменение внешних факторов в экономике. Логистика должна быть защищена от этих всех факторов.
Historically, most of cargoes in Kazakhstan are transported by railroad 60% and by road 30%. Over the last decade, the cargo turnover in Kazakhstan increased 1.5 times. Only during 1 month, approximately 300 million tons of cargoes and luggage are transported through the territory of the country. The usage of the railroad transport is traditional for many countries with a large territory like Kazakhstan. Specialists in the sphere of transportation and logistics services say about the necessity for the country to develop other ways of cargo transportation, for example, transportation of goods by road.
Мы хотим создать именно национального перевозчика, в первую очередь автоперевозчика, потому что в казахстанской логистике есть национальный ЖД-перевозчик, это КТЖ, есть национальный авиаперевозчик.
We want to create a national carrier because in Kazakhstan we already have the national railroad carrier, Kazakhstan Temir Zholi, and the national air carrier, Air Astana. However, we do not have a national motor carrier, therefore we need to fill this gap. Of course, we can choose a thorny path as many developed countries do. We can purchase truck fleet and then increase it. Still, it would be more efficient and quicker to create a common consolidated motor carrier from the existing carriers.
Гораздо более эффективно и быстрее сейчас, было бы сделать из существующих перевозчиков нормального консолидированного автоперевозчика.
The market of logistical services in Kazakhstan is experiencing a boom. However, currently the majority of enterprises responsible for transport and warehousing are located in Almaty and Astana. The rest regions face some shortage of logistics companies. Moreover, the scale of enterprises of such profile not always answers the scale of clients' tasks. Experts say that consolidation of interests of various firms will help to overcome this problem.
Объединение, видите, это все-таки обкатанная модель во всем практически мире, То есть поглощение, слияние, это, в некоторых странах.
Merger is a time-proved model almost all over the world. In some countries, takeovers or mergers have become a trend. In other states, this is already an accomplished fact. We're only at the beginning. In any case, we have to go through this process and now we are preparing for that. I think that we shall succeed because this market is free and needs this kind of product. The business community and carriers are interested in it.
Нуждается в этом продукте, как представители бизнеса, так и сами перевозчики, в принципе, заинтересованы этим продуктом.
Well-developed logistics, first of all, guarantees a country's strong external and internal commercial relations and the possibility to actively join international markets. It is important to make domestic companies the main providers of such services.
Сейчас очень многие компании закупают логистические услуги.
Nowadays, a lot of companies buy logistical services from abroad. They cooperate with transnational or Russian companies, which are of course more developed and efficient. Sometimes they even offer cheaper services. However, this causes damage to our national carriers. But I think that we are capable of improving our situation.
Я считаю, что мы можем, нам по силам выправить ситуацию.
How do common consumers benefit from the development of transport and logistics services? First of all, they can enjoy affordable goods, wide range of products and lower prices. This happens because carriers switch to outsourcing, their accountancy is improved and costs for spare parts go down.
Мы очень много чего закупаем. Казахстан очень много закупает оборудование, допустим, да. И если...
We purchase many different things. For example, Kazakhstan buys a lot of equipment. And if we, for example, acquire equipment from Europe, we much depend on currency rate, fuel and service providers. These are the main factors affecting the final price of equipment in Kazakhstan. The cost of good products also depends on fuel and currency rate. We buy a lot of food products from Russia, whereas we know fuel is more expensive than in our country.
Топливо, если мы берем, мы берем очень много продуктов питания, покупаем в России. В России, как известно, топливо подороже нашего.
Experts note that Kazakhstan's accession to the WTO and the Customs Union are those factors which not only influence but also shape the logistics market in Kazakhstan. Indeed, now the country has a real chance to join a huge market.
Как дополнительный, скажем так, бонус, да, для
Another bonus for Kazakhstani carriers is their direct participation in the Central Asian region. In other words, they will perform cargo transportation between not only Russia and Kazakhstan, but in the internal Central Asian market, in particular from Kazakhstan to Turkmenistan and from Kazakhstan to Kyrgyzstan. For us, these markets are of great importance.
Кыргызстан. Это очень важные рынки для нас.
Central Asia has a great advantage as a transit territory for goods and services delivered from Southeast Asia to other parts of the world and vice versa. Nowadays, the state is taking a lot of effort to make the country's transport system answer the global tasks of the world logistics. In particular, special attention is given to road construction.
С 2009 года Всемирный банк профинансировал в Казахстане транспортные проекты на сумму...
Since 2009, the World Bank financed transport projects in Kazakhstan to the amount of more than $3.5 billion. Mainly, this is the construction of Western Europe-Western China Highway. In the territory of our country, we are talking about the road segment of approximately 180 kilometers in Kyzyl-Orda and South Kazakhstan region, which are among the most densely populated areas in Kazakhstan. We're also talking about the segment Almaty-Korgos with a length of 305 kilometers, which is very important for the country's economy.
И участок Алматы-Храгос. 305 километров. Это тоже участок, который очень важен для экономики страны.
By 2020, it is planned to improve the state of 90% of roads of national significance, construct more than 250 roadside service facilities, and significantly increase the volume of transit carriages. Kazakhstan has been participating in the construction of Western Europe-Western China Highway for several years. Almost all the materials and building structures are supplied by enterprises from Kazakhstan. Western Europe-Western China International Transit Corridor is a highway with a length of more than 8.4 thousand kilometers. By 2020, it will connect Europe and China. Its construction is underway since 2008. The International Transit Corridor will allow to reduce the cargo transportation time from China to Europe almost 3.5 times in comparison with overseas transport or 10 days by road instead of 40 days by sea. Globally, the increasing popularity of internet trade is acting as the main driver in the market of transport and logistics services. The development of e-commerce leads to the snowballing increase in number of firms specializing in courier delivery and warehousing services for internet shops. Up-to-date technological trends are being extensively used in this area. Among them are automation and robotics, unmanned technologies in the field of cargo transportation, cloud technologies, and so on. North America, in particular Canada, the US and Mexico use 600 cargo railways for transit of goods. This is more than 173,000 miles in length. In total, they give $42 billion of annual profit. carbon is the most frequently transportable cargo. Along with that, 70% of all automobiles manufactured in the US are shipped by rail. Frozen potatoes are the most prevalent cargo among frozen food products. They account for 95% of the total volume of shipped food products.